difference to the vast majority of consumers? Well, the benefit is very, very marginal. You can potentially get slightly better audio quality that way, but we've actually done major research, so have Ofcom, so have the BBC, that says 80 to 90% of DAB owners rate the audio quality as good or higher. Now, the benefit of slightly better audio quality, and we do believe it is slightly, in no way outweighs the disadvantage of telling all those 9 million people that have already bought a digital radio that it won't work.
Patrick Demerweek in Chesham. Good afternoon. You're through to Tony.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If I can address a topic that I don't think we've quite touched, and that is more what I would call the quality side. I live just on the edge of a small country town, up on a hill where you thought reception would be quite good. I've experimented with DAB tuners to replace. I have tuners in several rooms costing from £200 to £700, which will all have to be replaced because analog is going to be turned off. So I've experimented with DAB only to find the reception I got sounded like a river running through my front room. And I gather from the magazines that FM is still better than DAB, and your gentleman is reassuring us and telling us that we're going to have better reception. Well, you know, they started out with nice high numbers. I won't bore people with the technical numbers. So very quickly the BBC reduced them, so as that what would have been a better service become less than FM. But now we're being told that I've got to chuck away outfits which have cost in hundreds in some rooms and a few thousand in other rooms, and on top of that, 78, I've got to pay a tax. So it's probably with violence as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Tony, do you want to respond to that?
Well, I think you talk about the audio quality and you talk about coverage. We're very clear with people to go to the industry website, which is getdigitalradio.com, and check your postcode to see which stations you should receive at that address before you actually go and buy a radio. We're very clear with people, and so have Digital Britain, that the number of population that are covered by DAB currently is not as high as FM, and that will be addressed. It's the same as TV. There are people, unfortunately, and it sounds as if your listener has this problem, if they're on the edge of coverage, they're getting a slightly weak signal, it obviously won't sound that great. So that's not a problem with DAB audio quality, it's a problem that they're not getting the available signal strength. Now actually taking digital radio coverage out to the same as FM, it's a major investment, and the commercial radio companies and the BBC need to know that when they've done that, they'll be able to save the cost of transmitting in analogue to fund that investment.
Patrick, thank you for the call. Tony, you've antagonised Ian Swan, who's listening. He sends this: your interviewee is missing the point entirely. Radio is a mobile medium, TV is a static one. I think a reference to the fact that you were saying that we can listen to digital radio via our televisions. We carry the radio around, we don't the telly.
Well, that's the importance of DAB, and that's why you need a dedicated